This video is going to look at multiplying rational numbers involving fractions, and particularly those that have negative signs in them. The very first thing you want to do when approaching a problem like this is think about the sign of your answer. And I notice that I have a negative sign in one fraction, and I have a positive sign in the other, so immediately I think to myself, opposites, so that's going to be a negative product. Well, before I move on and start to solve this, it's really useful to try and simplify the two fractions that you have before multiplying them together. And to do that, we look for common factors that exist between the numerators and the denominators. And it doesn't matter if they're within the same fraction or if they're in different fractions. So first of all, let's look at 8 and 11. No, there's no common factors there, so I can't simplify this. 5 and 24, same thing, no common factors, can't be simplified. However, if I look at 8 and 24, they do have a common factor, and that largest common factor they share is 8. So I can actually divide 8 and 24 by their common factor to simplify. If I divide 8 by 8, it leaves me with 1. 24 divided by 8 is going to leave you with 3. Now let's look at the other ones. 11 and 5, no, they don't actually share any common factors, so I can't do anything about those. I'm going to rewrite these simplified fractions to make them look a little bit nicer. So I have negative 1 over 11 and 5 over 3. Now, these numbers are a lot easier to multiply together than the ones we started with. Okay, so I know my product is going to be negative, so I'm just going to start by writing negative outside, and I'm going to put everything inside the brackets. When you're multiplying fractions, the numerators get multiplied together, and the denominators get multiplied together. So I'm left with 1 times 5 and 11 times 3. If I simplify this now, 1 times 5 is going to leave me with just 5, and 11 times 3 gives me 33. And if I think about it, I realize there's no common factors between 5 and 33, so this can't be simplified any further, so this will be my product. Had you multiplied these numbers together without simplifying, you would have ended up with 40 over 264, which you could then simplify and end up with 5 over 33, but it would probably take a few steps, and it takes a little bit longer to do that. So I would recommend simplifying before multiplying.